While some labor unions have described the 2% reduction in petroleum prices by the National Petroleum Authority as insignificant.
The union cited crude oil price is $28 per barrel on the world market and have challenged the NPA to reduce further.
The National Petroleum Authority has announced a reduction of the fuel prices by 2%. However, the GPRTU has also increased its fare to about 15%. Some labor unions have described the reduction by NPA as insignificant, arguing crude oil prices on the world market is selling at about $28 per barrel.
The 2% reduction that has been announced on the platform of government, as labor, we think is too insignificant. It's insignificant on the fact that today, as we speak, the crude barrel per dollar is around $28, and we think if we have had all-time 12 years world low, on the market, we are expecting to see some significant increase.
It's marginal, but they'll have to explain to us how they got this 2%. Because there should be transparency in determining such prices. So it's high time now they become transparent and let us understand what method they are using to determine the prices.
On the 15% increase on transport fares, the unions were of the view the energy sector levy could have contributed to the increase. The unions are expected to hold a meeting with organized labor ahead of their meeting with government this week. The two parties, government and unions, will be discussing the energy sector levy and the increases on water tariffs.
We want government to expedite action on these two issues, and let's come to a conclusion as early as possible.
However, they have rejected claims by some sections of the public that reduction on the electricity tariff was insignificant.
We expected increases because for a whole period of 1 year, we never saw increases. And we all knew what was happening to the components in determining GridCo, VRA, ECG, and water production. So we said the increase shouldn't go beyond 50%. So if we're going to do a conclusion, that is giving us between 0 to 50 units pay 45%, and then 51 to 300 to pay 50%. Obviously, expect labor to say we are satisfied with the outcome of this. If those representing employment or employers, also had their view and they also accepted the levels that have been reached, what more would you expect organized labor to say?